Hey y'all, welcome back to the ranch. I'm Jared Paul, and today we're working on one of my favorite bonsais. It's this Japanese Zelkova that I grew from a seed in December 2018. I grew this from a seed. I planted it in this duck pot this past spring, let it grow outside, brought it in this winter, and I pruned it a few times, and the ramification is just impressive for such a young tree. So I absolutely love this thing. Just past a year old. And today we are going to give it some proper bonsai soil in this little duck pot. So we'll take it out, take a look at the roots, and get it into some pumice and perlite combination. And I think I'm just going to lower the apex and prune this little top off today. Not much more than that. As a little, midwinter pruning and repotting. So that's what's coming up on today's episode of Jarhead Bonsai. All right, y'all. So I have my little Buddha, his little traveling gear, and he's a happy guy. I got this in Chinatown in San Francisco. Little piece of quartz in there. I think it looks nice with the, I'll have to clean that up too. Looks nice with the antique white and blue, which reminds me of like a, I don't know, an English type of pottery. So I drilled some holes in it. Obviously, it wasn't meant to be a bonsai pot, but it is now one of my favorites. So let's just prune this top first. I guess we could bring the apex down to... I'll just do it here where it's split. Maybe we'll get a couple kicking off to fill in. Okay. Some of the older leaves are kind of dead, ready to fall off. If I touch them and they fall off, cool. If not, I'm going to leave them. All right. So I'll just kind of go along the edge and nip the tips a little bit. Get some of these bigger, older leaves out of here. I can't wait to see this thing fill in again in spring when it has lots of, muscular growth going on. Some of these are just crispy, so I'm just going to get them out of there. So December, January, so this thing's 13 months old. And you see all the branching on it. If you've watched this channel before and you've seen this tree before, you know I talk so highly of it and its species, but for real. All right, so I'm going to bring this back even further because it's leaking outside the pot and I don't want that. Okay. All right, cool. So, just got this little tray to catch all the soil. I'll get that raked out and get it into some nice new soil. I'll probably have to loosen this up. This might not be the best bonsai pot because you can see it's got a little lip in there. But it is one now. You can't buy them all new when you have hundreds of trees. Jeez, this is a hobby. This isn't a profession that brings in money, so I can't justify spending too much on it. Okay. All right, let me get my trusty root rake. It actually worked pretty well using that spoon. This thing has really come in handy now that I'm finally getting to use it. Just getting to the point where my trees are 1-2 years old, or I've had them. They're older, but I've only had them that long, and so I'm really getting to repot and get into their root system. So hopefully my techniques of watching the greats do it will cause me to have some success here. Wow, that bottom is a gnarly mess. That's good. Oh yeah. So those came right down like that. We got a knobby one in here. That hit the edge of the pot. It is a windy day out today. It is like the chicken coop might launch. So unlike yesterday when I was out in the sun repotting tropical plants, I took 2 philodendron and another large tropical plant, and I combined them into one pot. I did a little tropical planting. If you're interested in that, you go back and check that video out. That was from the 15th of January. They were mojo rojo. They're huge leaves. Cool. Okay, so these are really fine roots, so I'm just going to go throw it up under the sink and wash them off, and we'll come back and repot. All right, y'all. So that's going to do it for us here today at the ranch. I hope you enjoyed yourself and my Japanese Zelkova in a duck pot. If you are getting into bonsai, growing trees from seed, I would suggest getting some Japanese Zelkovas. They are very rewarding. They grow quickly. They germinate in high percentages, and you get to prune them on the regular. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this one recovers, as it is my favorite of many. I am pumping out all these videos right now because I have a lot of things to do, and this weekend Liverpool is playing Manchester United. So Lord knows I have to support my Reds and have my full undivided attention for them. So have a good time, y'all. Enjoy your weekend, and hopefully Liverpool delivers another win. Go Reds. Take care.